the southern tip of the Chesapeake Bay, EA Sports brings you coverage of the National Football League from Virginia Beach here in the Commonwealth of Virginia. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Aviators of Orlando taking on the Orbits of Virginia Beach. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. This guy's coming in, winning 3 of their last 4 games. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guy's back home following their international trip a week ago, so we'll see if all that traveling has any lingering effects going forward. Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go from Virginia Beach. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. There's a short run caught by Finn, and from the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
A 5-yard gain on the play.
On play action, Young. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd and 1 now from the 21. Now Mayfield. Now he'll tuck this and run. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Mayfield showing he can be fleet of foot, picking up the 1st down.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Aviators use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
So that drive spanned 5 plays. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Orbits offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And the numbers will show he's been one of the most productive QBs in the league all season long, right up there among the leaders in passing yardage. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8
yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 37-yard line.
Throwing, Young. And a fine chase on the right side, complete.
Chase. A 5-yard gain on the play. And a Virginia Beach.
Young. He'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 2nd down. But Charles, as we've covered, they've already clinched their spot in the postseason. So now they just want to avoid adding any additional names to this list before the postseason begins.
Terrific observation, because trying to move up a spot, I don't know if it's worth it if you're trying to play guys who aren't quite right. Get them healthy, get ready for the playoffs, make your move then.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Again, it's Young. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
On is the punter, Townsend, as he gets this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know, they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up the score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
He's taken down.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Mayfield now from the 50. Short pass caught by Henry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. To throw, Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. To the left side, he's got McMillan. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Looking middle, and he finds McMillan. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
And an Orlando first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. Mayfield. And it's caught. Touchdown. Wandale Robinson from 8 yards out. And the Aviators go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced to punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Virginia Beach offense set to take over. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen.
Shedding the tackle, and it gives him some room. Inside the 20. And all the way in for the touchdown. Ty Felton, 77 yards. And the Orbits are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they get the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
And incomplete on the deep ball. When you look at this defense, they enter this one down in the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards.
Good for an Orlando first down. It's a gain of 65 yards. And an Orlando first down.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Orlando first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Orlando with the football here to begin the second quarter as they go to work on a first and goal. Swift is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. So stuffed from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Baker Mayfield scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Aviators go up by 2 touchdowns. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. That time a 6-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Virginia Beach offense set to take over. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and that, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Aviators offense and Baker Mayfield set to take over once more. Remember, he called his own number on the touchdown run earlier, and that's something he's been able to do with some frequency this season, as you see here where he ranks among NFL quarterbacks. They'll run right here with Swift. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The tackle for a loss goes to Kirby Joseph, making a great play.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Mayfield down. Open man, the tight end Henry. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Here's Mayfield. It's complete to Robinson. 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Swift going to try up the middle. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
And he fires one, but incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And his kick is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Looking to put a drive together. First carry here for Ken Walker. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. Here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. And Oliver, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7-0 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Aviators offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf, dude. That's bottom shelf material. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Mayfield looks to throw. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
It's 4th down.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Well, the Virginia Beach offense set to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
70th catch for him on the year. Like so many others, this goes for a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try to put some points on the board.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 7.
It's a pickup of 3.
Young to throw it. Under pressure, and down he goes. Ed Oliver. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Here's Tommy Townsend now, as he's on here to punt it away. Pressure comes as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
A 6-yard pickup.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. From the gun, here's Swift. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Throwing, Mayfield. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Now a give right side Swift. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Left side, he's got Robinson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
It's a gain of 6.
He'll look to throw. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Aviators.
Back to throw now on first down. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Second down and 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Mayfield with it once more. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So this lead, Charles, just continuing to swell here in the first half.
Well, it's interesting. When we talked to them prior to the game, they told us that their game plan was take no prisoners, and they've lived up to it so far because everything has worked. No guarantee that'll continue. But all in all, this coaching staff's got to be very pleased by what they've seen.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Final play of the half, Young. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. So these two teams off to their locker rooms for intermission, and that means we go to Orlando. Here's Scott Hansen with our halftime report.
Our journey around the NFL starts now. 2 AFC North teams with no love lost. All right, Brandon, thanks much. As this Sunday's action is coming to a close, big day of football we had today. Here we go. And it's Jaden Daniels. He connects. It's a 16-yard touchdown. The Blues finish off a disappointing 6-11 season, but they get the win in the finale. Up next, it's a big one here in the final week of the season. And it's Bijan Robinson. He makes the big play to kick off the scoring, this one of his 2 touchdowns so far. The Wizards trying to prove they're among the favorites for the upcoming playoffs. They lead here in the finale. Lastly, got one more to show you here. And it's the man picked up from Jacksonville right before week 1, Tank Bigsby. He'll take this one in for the score. He now has a dozen touchdowns on the season. The Caps lead by a field goal at halftime. With that, a look here at the playoff picture in the NFC here in this final week of the regular season. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half, as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Aviators offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been effective with the ball in his hands all season long. The NFL's leader among quarterbacks in touchdowns scored on the ground. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Third quarter starts with a run from Swift. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Brought down at the 30-yard line.
And there on your screen, Charles, the key inactives guys out this week.
And there's never anything good about any injury, but there's a silver lining to them, is that it creates opportunity for someone else on the depth chart. Will they take advantage of it with good play, or have they not prepared well, thinking they'll never get on the field, and they'll go out there and hurt their team?
Here's 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now Mayfield. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Orlando, first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
A handoff, Swift running to the left. And some room to run now. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 85 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Once again, it's Swift. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Another good carry there for the NFL's 2nd leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Aviators take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. For quarterbacks, there are a number of ways to measure a good statistical season. This is one of them. That last touchdown pass, his 30th on the year. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
Corvette 7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. But the Virginia Beach offense set to take over.
Their own 24-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Here's Young. Got a man open. It's Chase. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 32-yard line.
To throw, Young. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
That is caught. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
16 yards. And the Virginia Beach. First down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
They'll throw again. Young. There's a short one caught by Finn, and they still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And the tight end goes in motion left.
10 yards on the pickup.
Young now.
At the 43-yard line.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Well, so now ready up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Young takes it on the sneak. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
It's a gain of a yard. That's good for a Virginia Beach.
Young to throw it this time. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
It's a gain of 18. That's another
Young will set to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Josh Hines-Allen just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now Young. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Oh, Young loses it. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. Fights forward for only about a yard after the 21. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He finds his man. It's Robinson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They run out of the gun with Swift. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here with Swift. And Swift is not going to get there as they stop him short of the yellow line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And they'll send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Well, the Virginia Beach offense set to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because it's stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now Young. Over the middle, that's to Fannin, his tight end. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Young looking deep here for Chase. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first.
That's good for Virginia Beach. First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Off the play fake, Young. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Jalen Walker in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Young. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Open man, that's Felton. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
That's another Virginia Beach.
Again, it's Young. Over the middle, complete. It's Horton. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be second down.
Second and 4 at the 38-yard line.
Young to throw it. Can't get away, and he's taken down. And Oliver able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built up the efforts of this defense. And that's another play that's painted a picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Orbits get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now down to 20. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's Hollywood Marquise Brown who finishes it off with the touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The visitors' offense and running back DeAndre Swift headed back onto the field. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. Mayfield off the play fake. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Mayfield down. He's got this complete to Robinson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 124 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Mayfield. This is caught by McMillan. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 18-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And this one's incomplete.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Pass taken in by his big tight end. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Now Mayfield. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a first and goal.
Orlando, first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Here's Swift. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. DeAndre Swift. That's his 19th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Aviators extend this fourth quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Virginia Beach offense set to take over. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. They go play action. Young. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 22 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Young now from the 50. He finds his man, complete. That's Horton. Here's second and 3. Young working out of the gun. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
5-yard gain on the play. That's good for a
Here's Young. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Now second and 3.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up
to the air once more. Young setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
Gain on the play. That's another Virginia Beach first down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
The play fake. Now Young. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle. Go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Orlando, they conclude the regular season with a final record of 11-6. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Virginia Beach, they wanted desperately to finish above 500, but that will not happen, as it is an 8-9 season in the end. And they can take solace in the fact that this team never quit all the way to the end.